How's it going, my comic comrades?
Oh, you did use that.
I did. I think that'd be better for reviews than because I say it to everything. How's it going, my comic chat army? And it kind of gets old. But y'all let me know if that's our catchphrase that we kind of got. Let us know down in the comments. Now I just wanted to show y'all this. Nothing special. Just a golden stormtrooper.
We got more coming.
Yes. I just thought this was cool.
And I got a couple. I never get pops.
And we got 2 more 80 years of Joker coming from Midtown that are reader copies. So I'm gonna read a copy, Carrie's gonna read a copy, and we're gonna review that. And it's not gonna go into the normal indie reviews. But I read The Order of Dracula and Superheresies.
Yeah, you got it.
I did.
Did you practice?
No. What did you read?
Well, the first one, what did I read? Dr. Orange, which was a lot different than I expected. And this, which we'll get into, is from Beautiful, Silly, and Terrible Things, Johnny Bat's Vampire Dick.
Alright, let's do it. Alright, so kind of enjoyed this. This, you start us off.
So this, Johnny Bats, I reviewed a short version of this in the Beautiful, Silly, and Terrible Things series a little while back. So basically this is the full version of that book.
But if you want to see that,
yeah,
hit that little eye up there, and you can go to that review. But basically, it's detective noir.
And he's a vampire, and it's just about vampires, and I didn't really care for it.
Getting a lot of vampires.
We're getting a lot of vampires and a lot of books with many stories in them.
Right.
And
I want to see more like Frankenstein, like what Monsters did. Took all of the classical monsters, put them all together, and sent them on an adventure. I love that book. Like, check out our Patreon for $1 because we're gonna revamp that. So
yeah,
help us so we get some new equipment, so we can actually get some editing skills. Someone in here to edit these videos for us.
Yep.
So, Superheresies is about, it's a book based in the 1945, which KO Comics, if you have these as prints, let me know. I love the way the old-timey comics look. I was born in the 90s, grew up in the early 2000s, so
is that what
none of this, yeah. So none of this existed. It was the very first one.
Yep.
How the Wild West Won.
Yep. Which I have that story in my book.
Yep. So it kicks off with a story about this superhero team, kind of like the Justice League, but called the Union. And they're solving a murder. And the, what's his name? The cowboy shows up. But what I got from this book is the review is when they're introducing a new character, and a book series is either coming to an end or dying off, they introduce that new character in that book series to do whatever, and that's what they did in this one.
You know what I liked about this too? As they were introducing each character, it told the character's name, and it told them that their strengths and all of that, like what their superpowers were, and the little yellow captions right there.
Yeah. Which
I thought was pretty cool because they're tied into the story, and it's with the character.
Right.
It's different.
That might be how the 50s was. I don't know. Like, I've never had, like, other books from the 50s is like super keys and people's asking crazy amounts for them. So, like, we gotta live vicariously through this. So I'm assuming that's how it was when I see stuff like this, and when Yeet does it too. They do the old style. So I'm assuming it's by true, you know?
Yeah.
So the next story in here was Lord of the Night, which is about, hold on, these names are really confusing. The King of Darkness and the Duke of Darkness. You can see them right there on the front. The King and Duke of Darkness. I want to say the King of Darkness can go into the spirit world and back and forth, and the King and the Duke of Darkness is kind of like a Batman type of guy. But it kicks off with his mom having a heart attack because she finds out her son is King of Darkness. Oh, I'm just going to say the Darkness, just to make it easier so I'm not tearing these names up. And as he's tending to his mom and helps her out, the other guy stops a robbery and teleports. And he's like, well, why do people need me if they got a legit, real superhero with powers? Kind of like Batman, Superman. That's the feel I got from it. So they team up for, what is it? Team up for a neutral threat. They take her out, and we're on to Mrs.
Espionage.
Mrs. Espionage.
She's a
About a spy.
A spy.
Ah. So like all the books in these all the stories in these was pretty good. I liked it. Like, I'd like to know if there's like a part 2. It's like this Super Heresies 2, kind of like Yeet. I don't know if y'all seen Yeet, but Mike Jones gets a bunch of different collective stories together and puts them together in one book each month. Really cool. So if you're just a new comic book artist starting out and you have a 1-page comic, 3-page comic, hit up Mike Jones and talk to him about the details. Yeah. So that's Super Heresies. Do you want to tell them about?
Yeah, I'll go into this one. So this one was called Dr. Orange, which is the first book in this little 3 series of stories. This story...
Tell us what homage this is. Is it homage?
Yeah, it's like homage, yeah. People say it differently, but it's like a homage to Halloween. Right? Is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah, but you weren't supposed to tell them this. Would tell us down in the comments.
Oh, I thought you were asking me. No. You didn't say it to the camera.
Tell us down in the comments.
Sorry.
Camera.
But basically what it's about is it's about a woman, and I cannot pronounce her name for the life of me.
I love the pages of this.
She's a schizophrenic, and she is alone in this home. Her and her dog. Her wife is a neurosurgeon, so she's never there. And she carves a pumpkin and names him Dr. Orange. Well, she starts having episodes, and she doesn't know if it's her dreams or if it's reality. And some crazy things starts to happen. I don't want to give the details of what she does. It was a good book. It was definitely interesting. The colors are so good. And it's definitely different. And yes, this was the book that Cody just reviewed. And
so what did you think about it? Give us your rundown on it real quick. You heard mine. Did you like it?
Yeah, I did actually. I was for this little mini-series book that I read. I actually enjoyed the stories. They're different.
I love the way your pages feel.
I know,
like
they were kind of sticking, so I had to make sure that I was reading all the pages. And then this last one called Mary Revised, from what I gathered from it, it was like a story she was telling of herself is what I believe it was. And it was about her life and changes of tragedy and accomplishment, and just losing her parents and becoming an orphan and just losing herself and gaining. It was very, very deep, put it that way. But it was very different. I've not ever read any comic books about mental illness and things like that, which I think is pretty cool. You bring light to things like that, and
right.
So
the Order of Dracula. I struggled to get past the first 4 pages because it's in that old-timey. It's like Viking talk to me. It's like real proper English, and I just didn't. It's not my cup of tea. Like I usually,
Old English.
Right. I usually pass this off to Carrie because she, she usually gets the books that I really can't get through. But after I got through it, realized it's just like a normal old-timey Dracula story about people gonna go visit this. I guess it's this place. I forgot the name of it. They go visit this place, and they're like, "Hey, place is cool. Just don't go to the castle." They go and stay in the castle. We're not visiting it. We're going to sleep in it. Like, okay. And crazy things start happening.
I don't know what it is, but the last season of review books we did, there was a theme of like superheroes and just typical stuff like that. And this season so far is about miniseries and vampires and Dracula and just like, I don't know. It's like we have a theme. I don't know how this comes together, but
right.
We've been reading a lot of vampire books.
And there's a side story going on not consecutive, in the past of this about a murder trial. And I don't know what that has to do with the book. But that's the Tales of Dracula. Not really a fan. Be honest with you. Not really a fan.
That's what we're here for.
But yeah, all these books we pick at random. Like I'm just like, I want to read that one, this one, that one.
We do.
And
we try to mix them up so we're not reading the same
thing over and over and over and reviewing the same thing. Well, we get the new ones that we get in like daily. We put those in the back of the stack and we pick from the beginning. So your book is in rotation.
We're getting to them.
We got somebody working on our digitals. So if you got digitals, they're coming. Didn't take your books. Trust me.
We've gotten
Like,
a package, every day pretty much for the last month at least.
Yeah.
So
And it's just going to get worse.
It's multiple sometimes a day. So we're getting there. We're trying.
And calm down about your digitals. Like 90. When you send them to me, I ask you first, hey, can I get the physical? I'll pay for it out of my own pocket. Not even out of Patreon. My own pocket. Just because we don't have a way to do digitals. And y'all send me the digitals anyways. And don't even worry about trying to give me the information to get the actual book. So, 9 times out of 10, don't even open it. Don't even read it. And y'all get pissed off saying you sent me a book that I didn't read. And you think I'm stealing some shit that I'm not touching.
No.
So please fucking stop doing it.
Calm down.
Well, it pisses me off, man. Like,
we're not trying to steal anybody's work. We're not ignoring you. We're not trying to... We're not about that. That's not what this channel's about, and that's not what Cody and I are about. We're here to give light to what you're writing and try to help expand your fan base and just help independent writers have a chance at something, because it's not easy. And we don't have access or we don't have easy access to review these digitals. It's not easy for us right now. As our channel grows, we hope to be able to financially get the tools we need to do this.
That's why you check out our Patreon. Would help out a lot.
Please, just be patient and just help support us. That's, we're supporting you, so help support us back.
Right.
We're all in this together.
All right, sign us out.
All right, that's it, you guys. Peace.